up. And the one that pointed out to me was the mother of Harold Bluetooth. The reason why we call Bluetooth is because of a Viking named Harold Bluetooth, who we'll find out why. But his mom was Thyra, also known as Thorvin or Thyra, which is like the Thor but in female form, was a Danish queen, spouse of King Gorm the Old of Denmark, the first historically recognized king of Denmark, who reigned from 936 to his death 958. So she is believed to have led an army against the Germans. Gorm and Thyra were the parents of King Harold Bluetooth. While Gorm the Old had disparaging nicknames, his wife Thyra was referred to as a woman of great prudence. Saxo Grammaticus wrote that Thyra was mainly responsible for building the Danevirke on the southern border, but archaeology has proven it to be much older, and Thyra's role was to extend it, so she made it bigger. Thyra died before Gorm, who raised a memorial stone to Thyra Jelling, which refers to her as the pride of Denmark or the ornament of Denmark. Old Danish Tanmarka, but modern Danish Danebod. Gorm and Thyra were buried under one of the two great mounds of Jelling and later moved to the first Christian church there. This was confirmed when a tomb containing their remains was excavated in 1978 under the east end of the present church. Accounts of Thyra's parentage are late, contradictory, and chronologically dubious. Saxo names her father as Ethelred, King of England, usually identified with Athelred of Wessex, but his description of her brother as Athelstan suggests he intended Edward the Elder, though no such daughter appears in the detailed list of Edward's children that survive. Whoa, so she might be Saxon. Jom's Viking saga and Snorri's Heimskringla say her father was a king or jarl of Jutland or Holstein called Harold Clack. Interesting. Tradition also has it that before Thyra consented to marry Gorm, she insisted he build a new house and sleep in it for the first 3 nights of winter and gave her an account of his dreams those nights. Only give her an account. The dreams were told at the wedding banquet and, as recorded, imitate the dreams Pharaoh had that were interpreted by Joseph in Genesis. In the first dream, 3 white boars came out of the sea, fed on the grass, and went back to the sea. In the second, 3 red boars came out of the sea and did the same. In the third, 3 black boars with great tusks did the same. But when they returned to the sea, there was such a loud rush of the waves returning to the land that the noise could be heard throughout Denmark. Thyra's interpretation was that the 3 white boars represented 3 very cold, snowy winters, which would kill all the fruits of the ground. The red boars meant there would next be 3 mild winters, with the black boars, which says in case there would be wars in the land. The fact that they all went back into the sea showed their effect would not be long-lasting. The loud noise as the waves of the sea rolled on the Danish shores meant that mighty men would come on the land with great wars, and many of his relations would take part. She said that he had dreamed of the black boars and the rushing waves the first night, that had she would not have married him. But now, since she would be available to provide advice, there would be little injury from the wars. So shout out to Bluetooth. So it was named after the king in 1997, based on an analogy that the technology will unite devices the way Harold Bluetooth united the tribes of Denmark into a single kingdom. The Bluetooth logo consists of a younger Futhark bind rune for his initials. It's H and B put together, which make the Bluetooth symbol. He introduced the first nationwide coinage in Denmark. So even though his dad was the king of Denmark, he really united the kingdoms in Denmark. He constructed the oldest known bridge in southern Scandinavia, the 5-meter wide and 760-meter long Ravning Bridge at Ravning Meadows. So he was definitely a connector of cultures. And shout out to Thyra, who knows her parentage, which is very interesting. Because if she's like the daughter of a king of Saxon, whoa, that's crazy. Okay. Well, that's 30 minutes. Let me take a break and then we'll come back and I'll try to do a freestyle for y'all.